Going on to the next one here, and the challenges of seeing a student exhibit poor behavior, divisive behavior, that you know they're learning from home. And I know you somewhat briefly touched on this a little bit earlier, in terms of maybe somebody making a comment in in like a virtual chat where you got to call them out versus being able to, basically call them out after class and be like, hey, that's not cool type of deal. So, care to elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. I honestly, I think inclusion in a class comes from how you create your class culture. And so you're going to see something different in every teacher's classroom, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I really try to praise the kids who ask thoughtful, kind questions of each other or make thoughtful and kind comments to each other. I also really try to model my behavior around that, whether I agree with something that you say or not.
Right.
Always try to make it a question and, well, why do you believe that? Where did you get your information? Not in a condescending, but in a, I really want to know the answer to this question.
Right.
So explain it to me. I also begin on day one when kids say something in class, like literally I'll give you two examples that happened last week. In one of my classes, I had two kids fighting over whether the Red Sox or the Nats were better. And instead,
sports, you gotta love it.
Well, and so, but they were using terms like, well, the Red Sox suck. Well, the Nats are, and just calling names.
Oh, okay.
After about 30 seconds, I stopped them and I said, hey, so specifically, you think that the Nats are better. Why? Well, because the Nats are better. Okay, you've got it. Where's your evidence? You've got to
get that's not an answer.
Back me up with something.
Right.
Give me a minute. And he literally went and Googled the Nats stats and came back and said, well, because the Nats won the most recent championship, and while the Red Sox have won 9 and the Nats have only won 1, the Red Sox have been around longer. So if the Nats were around as long as the Red Sox, then maybe they'll win just as many. So I think they're better. And I said, guess what? That's a good answer. It was
right.
It was kind. You gave facts. There
right.
you go.
Actual data, not just pulling something out of the sky. Well, they're just better because they're better.
Exactly.
Right.
Another thing is I asked the kids, I gave them 6 things that they could put on a gallery walk slide, and they could pick whatever 4 they wanted, and I gave them 20 to create. So one of the things that I asked them to put if they wanted was their hero. And I had a couple of guys who were, I don't know if they're football players or baseball players, it doesn't matter. But they put on theirs Beetlejuice as their hero. And I'm not talking Michael Keaton Beetlejuice. I'm talking if you've seen the Howard Stern show Beetlejuice.
I have not. I haven't listened to watch Howard Stern in years.
Oh, no, this guy is from 25 years ago. I don't know if I don't know if they've brought him back on Twitter or what, but
okay.
Basically Howard Stern had him on as a regular to make fun of him. He was a little person,
right?
Among other things. So basically,
right.
This one of the
leave the Howard Stern, right?
Well, it was incredibly inappropriate. We'll just
right.
say. However, I wasn't positive at the time as I was going through because it was 25 years ago, as you said.
Right.
So after class, I did my research as an educator and went, oh yes, I remember this now. And went back to their slides and deleted them, and then wrote a little comment that basically said, this is not the culture that I want or the values that I want upheld in my classroom. I deleted him because he was highly inappropriate, and I listed 3 facts of why I felt inappropriate. Yep. And then I said, I would like it if you could please make sure that the things that you use, the events, the people, are people that hold the values that we want to upheld in this classroom. And that was it. And I did not have an issue with them the second class. And if I have an issue with them again, then I will ask them to meet me after class and we'll have a conversation about it. And if it goes on from there, then I will have a conversation with mom or dad. But there's certain steps. Hopefully kids take accountability for their actions. And I think really showing them that I'm not going to let you guys, because I don't know if they truly felt that this person was their hero or if they just wanted to get one over their teacher. Right. Or if they just wanted to be funny. You also have to understand, John, most of these kids this week hadn't seen another kid since March.
Right, exactly. So, hay fever to the nth degree.
Yep, exactly.
Or cabin fever, I should say. I said hay fever. Whoops.
I know what you meant.
But yeah, I get it.
We also do a ton of Socratic seminars in my class. I don't call them that. I call them circle talks or round table conversations.
Yeah, I like the round table type of thing.
Yeah.
It sounds a little more engaging and everybody gets a chance to participate. It doesn't sound so sterilized.
Exactly. And you put them in groups of 5 or 6 and they each have to come with 5 or 6 questions that they literally just spark a conversation. And as a teacher, this year I will be going through the breakout rooms electronically.
Right.
But you walk around the classroom and you make sure that they're, on topic, but you also make sure that they're being polite. And they get graded on that. And by the end of first quarter, because we do them so much, my kids will get really good at it. So I think that's awesome.
Awesome.